So yeah guys, I'll just introduce myself once again. My name is Parth Bajaj. I am a home baker and a food blogger, and today I'll be teaching you how to make Turkish delights, or also known as lokum, at home. So for that we just need a couple of ingredients. One of them is normal regular granulated sugar, which is जो टेबल की चीनी हमारी सादी शक्कर होती है वो. You need water and you need corn flour. These are the three basic ingredients, along with one ingredient which you might not have at home, which is cream of tartar. So these four ingredients are the only things which you will require to make the basic Turkish delight. But you will need 2-3 equipments which you might not have. One of them is a thermometer, is a candy thermometer. You might not have this, and then you can just eyeball the whole thing. But I will just highly recommend you कि आप इसको use करो तो और accurate result मिलेगा आपको. So a lot of people try to make Turkish delight using gelatin or agar or something like that. But we'll be using only corn flour and cream of tartar to make a gelatinous, eggless, vegetarian, and I guess vegan Turkish delight. So it is quite healthy than other ways of making it. It's a very traditional recipe, and I hope that you enjoy this recipe. So let's get this started. So here I have 1.5 cups of water, and along with that I have 2 cups of granulated sugar. I also have 3/4 cup of water. So we need water 2 times. One of them is 3/4 cup and the second one is 2 cups. And with that we need 1/2 cup of corn flour and just 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. So there are 2 parts of this recipe. The first is making the sugar syrup, for which you need this candy thermometer. If you don't have this, you can just eyeball the process, but having a sugar thermometer helps a lot. So just buy this. It's not very expensive and it is very long lasting. So for starting the process, we'll put 2 cups of sugar. This is 2 cups of sugar into a saucepan, and along with that we'll put 3/4 cup of regular water, plain tap water or regular water. So we'll just put that right in, and we'll start the gas at around low medium flame. In the beginning, just use a whisk and dissolve all the sugar in the water. You can also visit my page, which is @ParthBajaj, to find the written recipe. If not, just DM me, or otherwise the people at the academy will also post about it. So just help dissolve this sugar in the water, and then set your sugar thermometer at 116 degrees Celsius, which is the soft ball stage. In the meantime, just take a square pan or a brownie pan and line it with cling wrap or a plastic wrap. You can also do this beforehand. And we also have 2 extra ingredients. One of them is rose water and red food coloring. Both of these are optional. If you don't have rose water, you can also use lemon juice or any other flavors which you like. So after the sugar has started to dissolve, just place your thermometer, the tip of your thermometer, right in the saucepan, just like that, and wait till this temperature reads 116 degrees Celsius. So someone is asking me which is my Instagram handle, and it is @ParthBajaj, ParthBajaj. I have also pinned my handle down below. So I have also made an extra batch in advance, and you can have a look at it. This is how Turkish delight looks before we cut it, and I'll be showing you the entire process in this live video. And when your sugar syrup is just boiling, keep whisking it so that it doesn't get burnt. Yes, you can watch this video later on as I'll be posting it to IGTV video. And I haven't tried making it with xanthan gum, but I'm sure that it should work. So the temperature is now reading 86 degrees Celsius. We'll just wait till it reaches 116 degrees Celsius. Till then you can ask any questions if you have. If you want a pistachio flavor, just add some chopped pistachios to the final batter, which we are going to pour into this pan. You can also add any other nuts like hazelnuts. So hazelnuts and pistachios both are the most common nuts which are used to make lokum or Turkish delight. And yes, it does taste like actual Turkish delight because I've had the ones which we get in Turkey. And if some of you are wondering what is Turkish delight, then it is like a gelatinous sweet, and it can be flavored into any flavor like rose or lemon. And you might have seen it in the movie called Narnia. So it is also known as the white, which is Turkish delight. So the temperature is almost there, and as soon as it reaches 116 degrees Celsius, I'm going to turn this heat off and I'm going to let it cool down on the other side of this kitchen. And yes, I have used granulated sugar and not caster sugar. This is regular sugar which we have at our homes. This is a granulated sugar. For the written recipe, you can just watch the IGTV video which we'll be uploading right after this live. So this equipment is very handy. It is known as a candy thermometer. If you don't have it, definitely buy it. It is just like for 400 to 500 rupees, and it is a long lasting thing. As you can see, the sugar has started to turn light golden brown, and by the time it reaches 116 degrees Celsius, it will darken up a little more. So till that time, just measure out all your other ingredients, which is half cup of corn flour, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1.5 cups of plain water. So I don't know the name of the brand. I bought it from IKEA. So this is an IKEA product. I got it from Hyderabad, but you can also buy it from Amazon, from any other brand. The sugar is completely dissolved, and it will soon reach 116 degrees Celsius. Yes, cream of tartar is a very important ingredient in this because it is the stuff which will give it the structure. Just like when we use it to make meringues, so you can't skip cream of tartar for this recipe. But again, this is very affordable, and it lasts very long. If you have any questions till then, I'll be happy to answer them now, because after this we'll be doing a very critical step, which is of actually making the Turkish delight. Sometimes the sugar syrup can take a while to reach the soft ball stage. Only 1 teaspoon of this cream of tartar is required, as some of you are asking. Yes, you can also use agar-agar or gelatin to make Turkish delight, but that is not the authentic way of making it, and it will not have the best taste. it will also make it non-vegetarian if you use gelatin. So the best thing to use is cream of tartar and corn flour. Till then, if you have any questions, please. Can we use foil to line the tin? I am afraid you can't use foil because it might get stuck to the liquid which we are going to put in the pan. But you can try using a non-stick parchment paper, and also if you don't have cling wrap, you can also put some of this corn flour onto the pan just like this. So this will give it a nice coating which will help it from prevent it from sticking. Please show cream of tartar box. Yeah, sure. So this is the cream of tartar which I'm using. Urban Platter is the name of the brand, and this is cream of tartar. You can buy it from Amazon. Yes, we'll be saving the life. This is taking a little while, but I am sure that 2-3 मिनट में ये पहुंच जाएगा softball stage पे. What exactly are you making? We are making Turkish delights, which are a Turkish delicacy, and it is like a jelly sort of dessert, which is made with just 3-4 ingredients, and it's healthier than most of other ingredients as it just has starch and carbohydrates, which is cornstarch or known as corn flour, and sugar. And Turkish delights are really nice because you can flavor them anyhow you like. I like to make it traditionally, which is by using rose water, and it is pure vegetarian if you don't use gelatin. Yes, you can use any filling and layer the Turkish delights as well. And I have also tried making a cake with the topping of Turkish delight, and it also worked really nice. So there are multiple uses of this recipe. In what else dishes we can use cream of tartar? You can use cream of tartar in a lot of recipes, especially involving meringue. If you know what a meringue is, it is basically whipped egg whites which are used to make stuff like macarons and pavlovas and all the other egg white related dishes. So cream of tartar is a very good stabilizer for whipping egg whites. So you can use you can use cream of tartar for that. So we are almost there. If we make pistachio, then should we add green color? The color is totally up to you. You can use any color, but the red is a traditional one, and you can still add pistachios or hazelnuts or even almonds, all kinds of nuts in the final batter. How to make whipped cream at home? So there are a couple of ways to make whipped cream at home. One of them is using a dairy whipping cream, and the other way is to use a non-dairy whipping cream, such as this one. This is a vegetable oil whipping cream, and you can use these products to make whipped cream. And if you need any help, just message me on my Instagram handle. We are almost there. I know I'm saying this for the 4th time, but this is really close. It's almost about time to turn off the flame and then keep the sugar mixture aside. So for storing the Turkish delight, just keep it in an airtight container, and it should be well for around 1 week. If just store it at room temperature. Don't keep it in the refrigerator. No, you can't set it directly on a chilled cake because the mixture is very hot, and the cake will really be destroyed if you add a very hot mixture on the chilled cake. But you can add the batter on a dry cake. So we are just there. So I made a cake with this by making Turkish delight and then cutting it with a circular ring and then putting it inside a cake as a layer. Yes, you need this thermometer. And now we are at the softball stage, and I've shut down. I have turned down the temperature, the heat, and now I'm going to keep it aside. So now I'm keeping this sugar syrup aside, and we'll be making our base. For that we need half cup of corn flour or cornstarch, and I'm just going to put it right in the saucepan. Please try to use a non-stick saucepan for this one, as this mixture is really very sticky. Now we'll be adding this water little by little, and we'll continuously keep whisking. So now I'll be adding 1.5 cup of water directly to this saucepan by whisking continuously. You need half cup of corn flour and 1.5 cups of water. And just try that there are no lumps while doing this. It should be very smooth. Only then after that turn on the flame. One and a half cup of water and half cup of corn flour. Add your water gradually so that there are no lumps. After that is achieved, just check for any lumps, and I have some lumps here, so I'll try to get rid of them. Now there are no lumps in the batter, in the liquid, and now I'll turn on the flame to medium high. After that is done, just keep whisking until this thickens up and the cornstarch starts to react. I'm now going to put 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar in this mixture, which you can do even at the beginning. And both of these, the cream of tartar and the corn flour, will help thicken our mixture, after which we'll start adding our sugar syrup. So I am using a stainless steel pot, and that is why I can use a metal wala whisk. If you are using a non-stick pan, then try using a plastic or a silicone whisk, so that there are no scratches on the bottom of your pan. So in like 3 to 4 minutes, this mixture will start to thicken up, and when that happens, we'll quickly start to add this sugar syrup slowly by slowly, and we'll whisk constantly. This is actually a very nice arm workout as well, because you have to whisk a lot for like half an hour after this. Don't worry, you won't have to see all that process, because I have a final batch ready for you. After this is done, I'll just show you how to do that. So it's starting to thicken up. It's now starting to thicken up very fast, and as you can see, it's now turned into a batter, to which I am going to start adding my sugar syrup slowly. It's really hard whisking with your left hand, so I'll have to switch back to my right hand. And now I'm going to add more of this sugar syrup and continuously add it just little by little at once and keep whisking. So I've added all of my sugar syrup to this. And now as you can see, our basic mixture is ready, but we have to keep it on the flame for around half an hour to 40 minutes until this, thickens up and it gets brown in color, light brown. After that, we'll be adding our flavoring and our red food coloring. So one of my helper is going to continue the process while I tell you about the next step, which is preparing a mixture out of corn flour and icing sugar, or basically powdered sugar. So here I have some corn flour with me and some icing sugar. Just excuse me for 1 minute, I'm just trying to open this one. Sorry for keeping you waiting, and I have half cup of icing sugar, which is also known as powdered sugar. And then after that we'll be adding same quantity of corn flour to this mixture, which is this. You can also use corn starch because they are almost the same. As far as I know, they are same. So remember that you need half quantity of each. So the ratio is 1:1. Half cup of corn flour, in it goes, and just give it a nice mix, either by a whisk or by your hand. So I really like this whisk. It's a tiny whisk for these tiny works. And yes, you can add chocolate flavoring. Just put some of chocolate essence and some cocoa powder to this. So this coating is now ready. This is basically a non-stick coating which we'll be using when we cut our Turkish delight into pieces. So now as you can see, we are continuously whisking it on the side, and it will get a light brown color after around 20 to 30 minutes. So someone is asking me to repeat the whole thing, and I'll just go through it once again. You need 4 ingredients to make Turkish delight. One is just water, the second is sugar, the third is cream of tartar, and the fourth is corn flour. These are the only 4 basic ingredients you need to make Turkish delight. And you need 3/4 cup of water and 2 cups of sugar for making the sugar syrup. And you need like 1.5 cups of water and half cups of corn flour and 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar for making the base. The procedure of making the base is very similar to when we make filling for a lemon meringue pie. because it also uses corn flour and it also reaches this kind of a consistency. We'll be uploading this video on IGTV so that you can also watch this all once again and make it at your homes. Don't forget to tag me and Academy of Pastry Arts. So this mixture is now ready. This is half corn flour and half icing sugar or powdered sugar. जो भी घर पे पीसी हुई शक्कर होगी आप वो भी यूज़ कर सकते हो. That's not a problem. So after the mixture is ready, this mixture, just try to keep it on a low flame for around 20 to 25 minutes until you start seeing a light golden brown color. For chocolate flavor, cocoa powder should be added in which batter or base? The cocoa powder can be added at the end of this process. So when this is almost ready, just add cocoa powder and chocolate essence to this after like 30 minutes of this step. And don't forget to use a spatula and remove all the sides like this so that nothing gets stuck to the saucepan. Just like this. Can you see how this is? This is very, very sticky and super hot. So try to, have all the safety measures while making this. This is going to be very chewy and very, marshmallowy in texture. So till that is happening, I would tell you how to take this ahead after we get to this stage. And the part which is in between of both of them, that I'll show you later because that will take 20 minutes on the side and I don't want to waste your time. So for the next step, all you have to do is sprinkle some of this mixture on the counter. Just take this and sprinkle it like this on the counter. Just like this. And carefully take out this Turkish Delight. Just give me a minute. I can't do this with both hands. So I have taken out the Turkish Delight from the plastic wrap and I am placing it on this mixture just like this. And now it won't stick because I have this coating on my hands as well. Then take a long sharp knife and dust it with the same mixture just like this. Like that. And also sprinkle this mixture on top of this Turkish Delight and spread it evenly. So someone is asking which flavor is that? This is rose flavor. I am using a rose water for this. It's a flavoring agent. You can use anything and make a lemon Turkish Delight or a chocolate Turkish Delight and so on. And just like that, using this knife, we'll cut it into pieces. Try to do it in one go and you'll get it perfectly. See how beautiful that is? This is so jelly like, yet really this has a nice structure. And we'll cut it into even smaller pieces now. And you can cut it into any desired size or shape or and just then after you have cut it into smaller pieces, just don't forget to roll these pieces into this mixture like this. This gives it a very nice coating. And this is ready. Turkish Delight is ready. I am just going to show you how to do the middle steps. and I'll just show you also it by doing a taste test. It's super soft. See. Now for the middle part. We are going to add 2 tablespoons of this gulab jal, or also known as rose water, and we'll be also adding some red food coloring to the mixture, which is now ready. We'll be adding 2 tablespoons of this rose water and 2-3 drops of this red gel paste coloring. So the spoon which I'm using is half tablespoon, so we'll be adding 4 times. You can also add rose essence instead of gulab jal. Just remember to reduce the quantity of it. Can you see how beautiful it looks now? So I have lined my square pan with a plastic wrap, also known as cling wrap. And now we are going to pour this mixture right into this pan. Just like this. Just try to pour it evenly so that you get a good, smooth finish. And just like this. Can you see how great this is? Just like that. This stuff is really sticky, so just try to take care of your hands and wear all safety measures as possible. Also use a whisk and a spatula like this to try to remove all the stickiness possible. So some of this will be stuck to the pan and we can't do anything about it, because this stuff really gets thickened up after a while. And that's it. This is our Turkish delight as I had shown it to you earlier. Just keep it covered nicely for 4 to 5 hours or overnight, and then follow the other steps which I told you before, which is to remove from this pan and dust this mixture on it and cut into pieces. I'm going to show you a final step. I'm going to show you a final cross section of this Turkish delight. Can you see how smooth and marshmallowy that is? See, it is really soft. And don't forget to put it into this mixture of corn flour and icing sugar. That's it. And the last step is to store this, for which you will need airtight containers. Put all of this in airtight containers after cutting them, and then sprinkle all of this mixture on top and give it a nice mix, a nice shake, so that all of these pieces are coated well with this mixture. So yeah guys, that was it. I had a lot of sweat because of this process. It's actually very tiring, and it is not as easy as it looks, but it's not very difficult as well. So give it a try and let me know how you like it. If you like the recipe, just message me and share your results with me or with the academy, and I'm sure we'll be happy to share those results. What is the name of Turkish delight? It is also known as lokum, and you might have seen it in the movie called Narnia, or if you have traveled to Turkey, you must have seen it at the souvenir shops. Can we coat it with adding cocoa powder in dry batter? Yes. If you are using a chocolate Turkish delight, then you can also add cocoa powder to this mixture. Other than that, I think these two are just fine. Can you coat the Turkish delight into chocolate? Yes, you can. You can do anything with this. This is a very versatile recipe. You can add any syrups, any sweeteners, any flavoring agents, any food coloring, any nuts, chocolate chips, whatever you want. So guys, that was it. My name is Parth Bajaj and I'll be adding this to the IGTV post. Thank you so much for joining. See you next time.